Hello, I am in a great mood today. Let me tell you about it. I officially launched my website. Woo! I'm so happy. I've taken it's been a while, okay? It's been a very long time and this website was not easy. The process of being a businesswoman, not easy. And I'm here to talk about it today because I feel like I talked about, my business and what I want to do, but I've never really talked about the process, the website building discoveries, the journey of the whole thing with between last year and this year, and to really see that my business is officially up and that my website is up and that we're really trying to get to a point where I have more events, which but I have some things that I'm in the process of working on. So, I just want to talk about it all. I want to share my findings over this past year of just discovery and the journey of it all. So, let's get into it. So, as you all know from the video I posted a while ago talking about my business, and why I changed the name of the channel, I really wanted to be a motivational speaker, and it's something that I really gained a passion for over the past few years, especially once I graduated. Like, I officially was like, I think I could do this. Like, this could be a thing. And so, as you know, during that time, that's when I really started to work on building the business, like from ground up. And at the moment, like, the website wasn't even a part of the thought process, to be honest. Like, I was really just focused on, how do I do like cold calls every day? How can I get myself out there? How can I meet people? How can I do all these things? Because at the time I didn't have a job, and so I was like literally just sitting here on the couch or in my bed, just like scrolling through my phone, doing my research, adding things to my notes. And it really was a thing of like, okay, that call didn't really go the way I wanted it to go, or that opportunity fell through the way, and it wasn't what I was thinking it was going to be. But how do I continue to push myself? How do I continue to stay focused on what's important? And for me, it was really a matter of just like remembering that this is something I want. Like, no one else put this idea in my mind. No one else was like, you should be a motivational speaker. Like, I've been hearing it for so long. People were suggesting it to me. And of course, in that moment, like, I was like, I don't know about that. But once I started to, like, after I did my keynote speech back when I was a freshman, you could check it out up there on the screen somewhere. And down below in the description, the link will be there. But once I did my keynote speech and I kind of started meeting people at that event, everybody was like, oh my gosh, like, this could be a thing for you. Keep in mind, I was a freshman, so like, I wasn't focused on me being a motivational speaker at that point. Like, I was just focused on the next 4 years of college. Like, that's really what my focus was. And of course, like, during that time in college, like, I wanted to be in radio. I did the radio thing. I wanted to be on TV. I partially did TV for a moment in time. But eventually, like, I found that there's only very few things that I actually feel very passionate about when it comes to career things. And when it all came down to it at the end of the day, once I finished school and I was done and I was no longer in a place of like, here's all these cool things you can discover and you can try and you can utilize. Now I'm in a place of, you're on your own, kid. Like, you got to figure it out for yourself. I really had to do a lot of searching, soul searching, researching, and really figure out, like, could this motivational speaking thing really be a thing for me? Could it really be something that I like want to do forever, And on top of that, keep in mind, like, I still want to do radio. I still want to be on TV. I still want to act. I still want to do film. I still am a content creator. It's like, I think that a part of me knows that, you know, there's the one solid thing, which could be the career, and then there's all the other things that can be a part of that, that are side things, that are things I build on, passions I kind of continue to grow and learn more about. And, you know, I hate when people say, like, oh, you always need to have your career and your side hustle. I think that having a side hustle simply just means like you push all the things you really want to do aside and focus on two things out of the bunch or three things out of the bunch, and that's your thing, you know? I don't view it that way, because to me it's like, this isn't a side hustle, and it's not something I'm doing just because I want to do it. It's something I'm doing because I love it and I'm passionate about it, and I actually feel happy when I get to, you know, do a podcast or whatever. And so I realized, like, content creation, motivational speaking, like those two things kind of are the two things I really want my focus to be on career wise. I still want to be a talk show host. I still want to do all these amazing things. I'm still in the exploration process of figuring out how to do it all. I've always been the type of girl who was, so once I was once my energy and my heart really was like in it, that you couldn't tell me otherwise. Like, unless I like got shut down, someone made me feel discouraged, or even through trial and error, and I realized like, oh, maybe that isn't for me, then, you know, that's different. It's still something I tell myself, because I want to do everything that I want, like all the things I've loved, all the things I'm passionate about, like I still want to do them. And so for me, in this moment after finishing school, I realized that I kind of want to be able to know how to be a businesswoman. What does that look like for me? How can I really start to focus my energy on that? Where do I go for connections? How do I network? And so a lot of it started with just, and I'll be honest with you, you know, a lot of the time, sometimes I get these ideas like randomly, like they won't be like fully thought out until like that thought pops into my head. And so being a businesswoman, like I was thinking about it the year before I finished school, because my family and I, like I was sitting down with my mom and my brothers, and I'm like, listen, like I need to figure out what I'm doing after school. Like I haven't found any job opportunities. And we were talking about motivational speaking, and I think it really kind of stemmed from that conversation of realizing that like I can say that I'm a good speaker. I can definitely improve, which is something I'm working on. But, you know, in that moment, I was proud. I was proud of all the speeches I gave, the panel I was a part of in that moment. In those moments, like I was really just like, maybe this is, I think for me it was really a moment of discovery, and in that moment really figuring out self, you know, discovery, soul searching. And I'm proud of those moments where I experienced the difficult seasons, and from this point out, it's really just a matter of continuing to work on what I want to do and really bringing my visions into reality, because I have a lot of them and it's not just things for myself, you know. I think I really want to make that clear. Like a lot of the things I want to do is to help other blind creators, is to help other, you know, people in the blind community. So it was never meant to be like it's all about me situation. You know, I love being able to say that I'm officially a businesswoman, and that like I figured it out. You know, I had help along the way. And I think that in those moments where I doubted whether things would go through, or I doubted how things would work out, I was able to still come up with ideas. I find it as a way of just learning that I can do it. And when the inspiration strikes me too, like that's another thing. It's really, I feel like it's not even just an inspiration, but I think I really, when I get in my creative mode, then there's just like no stopping. I'm just like, oh my God, what if this is a thing? What if that's a thing? That thing doesn't exist in the world. I can make that a thing. And so that's really just how my brain works. And I just want to say, like, just keep going. You can be a businesswoman, you can be a businessman, you can do it. Like, I think people will always be like, I don't think you're gonna do XYZ, I don't think that idea is great. But you know what, you got to find the people that really do believe in you, and you really got to find the people that are there to support you on your journey in those moments, especially when someone says, no, that idea is not great. It's not their idea, it's your idea. So they can't really tell you it's not great, because you have a right to make these things your reality if that's what you choose. And from this point out, it's really just a matter of getting to the creativity mode and really just working on what I want to do and what I want to bring into the world. And I can't wait for you to see it, and I want you to be a part of it. So obviously stay tuned, there's going to be tons of content coming soon. And of course, like I said, anything I do moving forward for my business and for speaking gigs, I'll definitely be posting that here. But also my site is officially up, so be sure to follow the site. It'll be linked down below. And thank you for your support always, and I'll see you guys soon.